and this is like a part 2 of an earlier video I did way back when, where I discussed a little bit of my personal life. I spoke about how I suffer from depression and anxiety, and I really wanted to just, I suppose, open myself up to my viewers and discuss about my anxiety and depression. Depression is huge, okay? It's specifically huge in Ireland, where I live. But I don't believe not enough people, I believe not enough people discuss their depression or anxiety. So I took the opportunity a couple of months back to open up and to talk about my anxiety and my depression. So I thought I'd make a part 2 of that video, and I thought it'd be interesting to play a bit of PT, which is short for playable teaser for a game that unfortunately got cancelled, which was going to be Silent Hills, part of the Silent Hill series. Now, I'm fascinated by Silent Hill, the concept of Silent Hill. To me, Silent Hill represents a personal hell for the characters of the Silent Hill series. We get some gameplay started here now. Sorry about the pause there, just had to reduce the volume on my headset. So I think that Silent Hill is a personal hell that each character in the Silent Hill series experiences and ends up in. So it's like this, it's a personal hell. I believe the characters end up there because of their wrongdoings or sins, whatever you want to call them. I believe the people they've hurt, the wrong that they have done, is all projected into this personal hell for them, this Silent Hill. Sometimes it can be a certain pain that the character might have experienced in their life that they mightn't have been able to let go, or just a lot of mental issues that the character might be dealing with projects itself into their personal hell, their Silent Hill. So the one thing I want to touch upon is this concept of a personal hell. So everybody's Silent Hill is different. It's their personal hell. And yeah, so I believe that the characters get brought there because of choices they've made that has led them down a dark path, or because of this wrongdoing that they've done. And I've always been fascinated by that concept, and I think more recently in my life I've realised that my Silent Hill is my depression and my anxiety. My depression and my anxiety, it feels like I'm in Silent Hill, because I feel like I'm in this dark, lonely, cruel place that I feel trapped in that place. So I feel trapped in my Silent Hill, and my Silent Hill is, as I pointed out, it's a never ending, just like this corridor and PT. It's a never ending corridor, and it's just full of darkness and fear and hurt and sadness, and just not a nice place. I just feel trapped in this place.
When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too. His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range. The mother, who he shot in the stomach, was pregnant at the time. Police arriving on scene after neighbors called 911 found the father in his car listening to the radio. Several days before the murders, neighbors say they heard the father repeating a sequence of numbers in a loud voice. They said it was like he was chanting some strange spell. There was another family shot to death in the same state last month, and in December last year, a man used a rifle and meat cleaver to murder his entire family. In each case, the perpetrators were fathers. State police say this string of domestic homicides appears unrelated, though it could be part of a larger trend such as employment, child care, and other social issues facing the average family.
So, spoiler alert, well, I presume this to be the case. The main character, who would have been in the final version of PT, which would have been Silent Hills, actually killed his own family. That's what I believe anyway. Well, the reality is somebody killed their family anyway. And I believe that you play as the father who killed his entire family. And I believe because of that extreme, evil, I believe the character has ended up in his personal hell, in his Silent Hill. Now, I'm not saying I've done any of those things in my life. No way. But as I said, everybody's Silent Hill is different, and everybody ends up in their Silent Hill differently. Okay, just want to point out, I'm not saying that I'm in Silent Hill, and I haven't completely cracked up. I haven't completely cracked up. I'm not saying Silent Hill is a real place. I'm just taking the concept of Silent Hill, the concept of a personal hell. I'm just taking that concept and I'm kind of connecting it to my own experiences with depression and anxiety. I honestly feel that decisions I have made, feelings I have, and I suppose mental pain has brought me to my personal hell. And I've been here, as you can see, it's just never ending. That's, I was in this corridor previously, but I'm back to where it started. So that's kind of how my depression and anxiety feels. It's like a never ending corridor. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here with my pain and suffering and sadness and darkness and feelings that haven't been tamed, and just hurt that hasn't been soothed, as they say. And you can go wild in the comment section, and you can be as honest as you want. You can even troll me. I mean it. You can just be as open as you like. I just believe that people who suffer from depression need to be more open about it, and I don't think that we should be living in this generation of toughen up. Although there are some exceptions though, and I'm not exactly easily offended. So when I say don't tell people toughen up, like if somebody's easily offended by a joke, I would say toughen up. But when you're dealing with depression and anxiety and someone says to you toughen up, I don't agree with that. I think we should be more open in discussing it. So yeah, I do feel like I'm in my Silent Hill, trapped in this dark, lonely place, and I believe like Silent Hill you know, the video game series, it's all about this, you know, demonic dimension called Silent Hill, and you see all monsters and whatnot populating Silent Hill. But I believe those monsters represent, you know, the character's darkness, the character's wrongdoing. Maybe the people the characters have hurt in their life, or maybe people who have hurt them. You know, so it's kind of a process of, you know, the character may have been hurt, or the character may have hurt somebody. So the hurt that the character might have experienced has ended him up. Like that unresolved hurt has ended the character up in Silent Hill. Or the hurt that the character may have caused somebody else has ended them up in Silent Hill. So again, that's just my little analysis of Silent Hill. So I do believe that I am trapped in my Silent Hill. I don't know, I'm just making connections. I can connect to the concept of Silent Hill. I really feel like how I suffer with depression and anxiety and where my mind goes. I can relate to this concept of Silent Hill. It's like my mind goes to this Silent Hill. My mind goes to this personal hell. And I honestly feel I got here because of choices I've made, because of where I ended up in my life, because of feelings that have never been resolved and pain that I've never been able to properly deal with, has led me to this place, this never-ending personal hell. So the reason I chose this game to talk about my depression and anxiety once again is because, again, I just feel like the concept of Silent Hill, personal hell, best suits my depression and anxiety. So that's why I went with the PT, the playable teaser of the unfortunately cancelled project that was going to be Silent Hills. And it was an interesting name, really, Silent Hills, because it kind of ties into what I'm trying to say. I believe that the game would have, more than likely, the game would have explored the concept of separate Silent Hills for everybody. Like everybody would have a different Silent Hill. I feel like I've talked way too much about that, so yeah, I do suffer from anxiety and I do suffer from depression, and it's only really hit me within the last 2 years. I may have been dealing with this for many years and maybe haven't realised it, but within the last 2 years, just like that knocking sound, you know, anxiety has come knocking on my door. And about 2 years ago, it really I spoke about this in great depth, I suppose, in my previous video, but just to give you a quick kind of rundown. This demo is as creepy as it's ever been. But when my depression really kicks in, I just go to this dark place and I isolate myself from my family and from my friends. So if there's a family member sitting next to me trying to have a conversation with me, I don't engage with that conversation. I just go into my own little bubble. I don't really engage with them. That's one of the things. And I suppose I just find it hard to concentrate on something. Like video games is a huge hobby of mine, but when I'm really depressed, I can't focus on playing video games as much. So my focus and concentration gets affected because of it. And you know, one of the biggest things of all is like this self-pity. You know, is a big thing as well. The self-pity, like everyone should feel sorry for me, kind of a thing. You know, that's a big thing. I'm not going to deny that. Like, I'm not going to hide that. Like, there's a lot of self-pity involved in it as well. I just feel like, hey, you kind of want somebody to just fix your problems for you, but that's one of the things as well. Self-pity. And I don't know, most of the time I just go upstairs and throw on my headphones, listen to a bit of music or something, and just deal with it, I suppose. So that's kind of my depression. My anxiety then is a little bit more hardcore. It's not a nice thing. It affects me physically a lot of the times as well. You could be talking about sitting down watching a movie or TV show or even a game like this, and you could be perfectly normal like the first 20 minutes, and then after that I just get very quiet, very distant, and then before you know it my heart starts beating, or my stomach starts getting like a knotty feeling. I guess physical symptoms. Now it's nothing like there's nothing majorly wrong with my health, and the reason I know that is because it's just not it's not as normal as that. Like if I sometimes I can just shake it off, so I will shake it off and I'll be fine. But I know when it kind of has trigger points as well, you know. So I know that it's not anything majorly physically. But yeah, the anxiety part, and like what ties in with anxiety are panic attacks, which are just terrifying. They're different for everybody. I looked it up online. They're different for everybody. Panic attacks. My panic attacks are, I just feel like I'm going to die. Like I feel like I'm getting a heart attack or something. I could be walking up the road and, you know, my heart would beat very, very quick. I would get out of breath and I feel like I'm going to die. But the reason I know that it's not a heart attack is because I don't get a heart attack. You know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes later, it's fine. The next day, it's fine. If you got a heart attack, you will either die or you will be in a hospital, seriously ill. So I know that it's nothing that physical. It's just my anxiety really kicking in to the point where it causes a full-on panic attack. And it's very hard to relax when you have a panic attack. The worst place you can get a panic attack is when you're around people, because everybody is normal. You're not normal. You tell them something is wrong and they're like, oh, what's wrong, Johnny? What's wrong? What's going on? You try to explain to them what's going on, and it just escalates the situation even worse, and your heart is continually beating at a fast pace. You think you're going to die, and it's just not a nice experience. So that's just some of the things that I deal with. I actually forget what to do here, and I'll tell the truth. So it's like the monsters that you see in Silent Hill. Well, they're my physical symptoms. You know, if that makes kind of sense. You have to be a hardcore Silent Hill fan like myself to kind of understand where I'm making the connections, but I'm missing something here big time. So spoke about how, you know, in the Silent Hill series, each character ends up in their own personal Silent Hill, their own personal hell, because of decisions and choices and past experiences, you know, and it's different for every character, and that's how they end up in Silent Hill. So if they hurt somebody seriously bad, like you've heard in the radio at the start, you know, you end up in your personal hell, you know, because if you kill your entire family, that's going to haunt you. That's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. So I feel that haunting, you know, has led the character into this personal hell. So he's continually reminded of what he's done through grotesque monsters representing the grotesqueness. Is that a word? Grotesque. The grotesqueness, I can't even speak, but you know what I mean, of his crimes are projected into these monstrous demonic figures, you know, and that's how this character has ended up in his Silent Hill. Whereas it could be the complete opposite. It could be a character that has experienced a great deal of evil. You know, you could be a character who has, you know, survived this attack. You know, you could be the surviving family member who has witnessed your entire family die, and that pain and that trauma might have been unresolved for years, and that maybe is what has led this character to his Silent Hill. Or it just could be a lot of mental kind of issues that have never really been dealt with. Now, I'm not saying that that's me. I'm just saying that how I feel when I have anxiety, how I feel when I have depression, it's like I'm trapped in a place like this. And these cockroaches and the claustrophobic feeling of being trapped in this corridor is like when I get a panic attack. You know, and again, to go back to how I feel, what has led me to my personal hell are just bad choices, bad decisions. Just bad decisions. Not really planning ahead, not really thinking, you know, where is this decision going to lead you in 5 to 10 years? So my lack of, what the hell is going on here? I think there's a glitch going on here, man, seriously. Oh, hello. So that's what I need to do. So that's my lack of good decision making is one of the reasons that has led me to my personal hell. My personal hell consists, my monsters in Silent Hill are depression and anxiety, is what I'm basically saying. Now you understand. So the monsters you see in Silent Hill represent the grotesque, I suppose, evil that the character has either caused or been part of. My monsters are represented by my anxiety, like the anxiety and panic attacks, and what has led me here, what has led me to my anxiety and my depression and my panic attacks are bad decisions, pain, and one of the biggest things is feelings. And one of the biggest things as well is loneliness. And I mean that from the point of view of intimacy. I mean that in terms of like having a partner to hold in my arms and say I love you, and to have them hold me in their arms and say I love you too, and to sleep with that person and to wake up in the morning with that person. I've never had that. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm 29 years of age, soon to be 30, and I've never had that. I've never had somebody hold me in their arms, you know, apart from family, like your mother when you're a child or whatever else, but I mean like intimacy. I mean I've never had intimate love or relationship, and that lack of love. And I have no problem talking about this openly. You can fire away in the comment section as much as you like, I don't care. You know, good or bad, it doesn't bother me. I welcome it, I really do. But there's a lot of choices and decisions and feelings and pain and hurt that have led me to my personal hell, my Silent Hill. And you know, I spoke about the bad decision making and, you know, the hurt and the pain, but one of the things is my loneliness and my lack of lack of love, and there's reasons for that. Reasons that I can't really discuss, and the reason for that is actually one of the biggest reasons why I'm in my personal hell, is my inability to talk about why, you know, I can't have love in my life. You know, like my inability to talk about why is one of the main reasons why I'm in this personal hell. So yeah, there's lots of reasons why, lots of reasons why I'm in my personal hell. I think, okay, she's gone. Yeah, but this dark, creepy, borderline evil sinister, demonic place that's called Silent Hill best represents my anxiety and my depression. And as I said, what has led me, and you can see it's relentless, it's endless, it's relentless, it's never ending. That's how my anxiety and depression feels. It's never ending. It's never ending. I have a couple of moments, a couple of days of the year where you feel fine, but you know, it's just, it always comes back. So yeah, bad decision making, feelings, like just very deep, heavy feelings that I feel 24/7. You know, hurt, pain, anger. So all those mental emotions is what's led me here. And as I spoke there, you know, as well, is just the lack of love in my life, loneliness in my life. Look, I want to point out, I got a great family, I have great friends, I get out, I'm starting work on Monday, new job on Monday. So I do have a lot going for me, I do have people in my life, but when I say loneliness and I say a lack of love, I'm specifically talking about like intimateness. And I don't mean intimate, don't have a dirty mind. Okay. Don't have a dirty mind. I'm not just talking about sex, purely anyway. I'm talking about just having somebody to hold in your arms when you're having a bad day. You know, and for them to listen to you and hold you and say, it's going to be okay, I love you. And you'd be able to tell them that you love them as well. I don't have that in my life. And the reason, like my inability to explain why is one of the biggest reasons why I'm in this place. So yeah. Just see how disturbing and creepy of a place Silent Hill actually is. It's like an insight into my head when it comes to depression and anxiety anyway. And again, like, you can go wild in the comment section below, and you can, you know, it's open mic day on the comment section. Go ahead. I'm not going to report you, I'm not going to delete your comment, I'm not going to engage in a rant with you. Just knock yourself out. Because I'm being completely open, so you might as well be completely open as well. Well, yeah, I always had this fascination with Silent Hill and just the concept of it, and I kind of always felt this way, and I always felt like, damn, there's times where I just say to myself, damn, I'm living in Silent Hill, you know, I can just relate to it, I can just connect to it, like this concept of being trapped in this dark, demonic, you know, personal hell, you know, because of bad decisions, and because of hurt and pain, and because of just this lack of, you know, love and intimacy, you know, led me here, and I just feel trapped in here, you know. Like, I can't remember the last time, honestly, and I really can't remember the last time in my life where I just didn't feel this way. And again, you're going to have a couple of days that are good and whatnot, but it's always there. Like, I just can't remember the last time where it wasn't like that, you know. I'm going to have to try to remember what to do and where to go here now. So I am still playing a video game after all. It's in the last couple of weeks. It's been well, in the last week or so, it's been very hard. It's been very hard. Like, there's times where I don't recognize that I'm in this personal hell, but in the last week, it's like it's just constant. It's just for anyone listening who is suffering from depression and anxiety, you know, maybe this may connect to you. Maybe you might say, "Dan, that's exactly how it feels." Oh, I gotta go looking for these things, don't I?
His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was
I actually remember that there's something on the menu as well. God, where is it now? Oh, it's here somewhere. Oh, there's a oh, not the menu. It's
shot once in the chest.
Okay.
Point blank range. The mother, who was shot in the stomach,
it's been it's been a long time since I played this PT demo, so bear with me. But you know, the advice I would give to somebody, the advice I would give to somebody who doesn't have depression, who doesn't have anxiety, or at least doesn't suffer from it in you know, like severely, there's a little bit of advice I want to give. If you are about to make a decision that in reality is quite a big decision, but you're kind of downplaying it or kind of not really taking it serious, have a serious think about it. Like, it might appear to be a good decision, you might feel like it's the right thing for you to do at that time, but have a serious look at it. Because I know that deep down inside, like, you know that it's you know that it's a big decision. So have a serious time out and stop, sit down and just breathe and say to yourself, where is this decision going to lead me? Where am I going to be as a result of making this decision in 5 to 10 years? And like, oh my God, really think about it. And another thing, if you have pain in your life, do your best to have it resolved. And you talk to somebody, friend, family member, anybody. Oh, that's 2 comments there. Damn. Sorry, I'm only seeing your comment there. Let me just go into YouTube and load it up. Oh, what's the story? Galaxy Gaming, Dara McCarthy. Just seeing your comments there. Thanks for watching. This is a little bit different, lads, to what you would normally be used to. It's a bit deep. It's a bit personal, but you know, I like, by all means, like, you're 100% welcome. But just a heads up that it is a bit deep. It's personal, but I want to open up to everybody. I've done this previously in one of my earlier videos where I talk about my depression and anxiety, because I suffer heavily from depression and anxiety, and a couple of months ago I made a video talking about that, and I wanted to make like a part 2 of it. There's a game series called Silent Hill, and I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm a huge fan of the concept of Silent Hill. I really have looked at it and thought about it, and I really feel that Silent Hill is this personal hell that the character ends up in, and I feel like there's many ways that the character ends up there. I feel like it's either something so like evil and serious that the character has inflicted on somebody else, or somebody else's like life or family or whatever. Like the character has done something so sinister that guilt and personal suffering leads them, the characters now I'm talking about in the video game, leads them to their personal hell, to their Silent Hill, and the monsters they see represent the wrongdoings. Cool, man. I probably will be online tonight. It's just that one of the main reasons I actually made this video is because I'm just not really, I'm not really feeling the best, you know, in the last couple of days or so. So I probably wouldn't like be the best. I wouldn't be the best form, basically, is what I'm saying. But I may be online. I may be online. If I am online, I will send you a party invite. It's just that I suffer heavily from depression and anxiety, and I know it, like, yeah, this is this is a deep video. Like, this is a deep video, but everyone is welcome to it. I'm not going to tell anybody that they shouldn't be on here. I'm not going to tell anybody that. It's just it's deep. It's deep. You know, because my depression and anxiety is pretty deep. Man, I really appreciate that. I actually really appreciate that, you know, because to be honest with you, there's just not very much people who actually say that to me, you know. And I mean, and even if they're listening right now, like, it's this is going straight to you, like, if they're listening, because I shared it on Facebook. There's people out there who don't really say that to me enough, and they don't even know me as much as you know me. So you know what, I really appreciate that, man. I really do, buddy. You're actually sound out, like. Honest to God, I do have no idea, like, what that means, like, you know. So really appreciate that, buddy. And you know what, man, I'll do my best to get my head straight tonight and to give you a game of Fortnite. I will promise you I'll do my best on that. Just hard going, like. So I do feel like the characters in Silent Hill end up in Silent Hill, the personal hell, through various like the wrongdoings they've done to people, and the monsters they see in their Silent Hill represent the wrongdoings they've done. But I also feel like, because there's a game called Silent Hill Shattered Memories, where you actually play as the daughter of a father who unfortunately died in a car accident years ago, and she couldn't process the feelings. She couldn't process all that hurt and all that anger, and she literally created a Silent Hill. She literally, in her head, created a personal hell because of, you know, what she had experienced. So I also feel like, you know, the characters of Silent Hill can end up in their personal hell, the Silent Hill, because of pain and wrongdoings that have been suffered to them. So I feel like I can kind of, I'm not saying any of those things have happened to me, but I can relate to it. I feel like the monsters I see, the darkness I see is my depression and my anxiety, and oh god, this is where things got a bit creepy now.
After killing his family, the father the garden hose they hid in the garage.
Yeah, I just said this is deep, so my apologies. We'll go on here for a while, get a bit of decent quietness. I feel like decisions that I've made alright, you have no idea what that means, man. You're actually sound out, buddy. I really appreciate that. You're exactly right. You're exactly right, man. You're right. Exactly. I'm reading that there, buddy. I'm reading that there, buddy. I'm looking at every word, and it just makes so much sense. It actually makes so much sense. Really appreciate what you said there, buddy. Really appreciate what you said there. It means a lot, man. Songed out. I just made a lot of bad decisions in life, to tell you the truth. Like decisions I thought were good for me at the time. Because like there's many times in my life where I was in dark places, but I didn't know that I was depression. I didn't know that I was anxiety. And when I was in those dark places, I made choices. I made decisions that I thought at the time were good for me, but I didn't really think about where those decisions would lead me down the road. So that's one of the reasons that has led me to my personal hell. Another thing then is just feelings. Feelings that are with me 24/7. Just deep feelings that have never been resolved, and pain and hurt and sadness. And oh God, this is trying to be as open as I can about this, but this is a deep part. I've got great people around me. I've got great friends. I've got great family. I do have good people in my life, but oh man, I don't want you getting sad. Sorry, I know this is definitely one of the deepest videos I've done, but and I really appreciate that as well, by the way. I really appreciate that. That crying baby's actually wrecking my head a little bit now, to be honest, but I'm going to pause that for a second. Damn it. By the way, I had to pause that because that crying baby is actually wrecking my head. Crying is going through my head. Yeah, it's definitely an emotional. It's definitely an emotional video, and I don't want you getting upset at all. I don't really want anyone getting upset, but I just want to be so open. Like, I started doing this months back when I made my video about depression and anxiety, and I just want to open up every now and again and just talk about man, sound. Your sound is a pound. Honest to God, sound is a pound. Just yeah, it's definitely a deep video. But one of the things that has led me to my personal hell is I do feel lonely. Like, I feel very lonely. And again, it's not like that I don't have good family or anything like that. It's just I feel lonely from the point of view of just having somebody that I can love, and somebody who can love me. Like not from the point of view of like family, like not from the point of view of a mother loving you or a father loving you, but just somebody that I can come home to and hold them in my arms, and they can hold me in my arms and or their arms, and just to be able to tell them that I love them, and for them to tell me that they love me. I've never really. I appreciate that, buddy. You have absolutely no idea how much I actually appreciate that, and I just appreciate the fact that like there are people probably listening to this right now who have known me all of my life, and I got great respect for them, and and all that. But I basically what you were saying to me, like I don't even hear from people I've known all my life, so you've no idea how much it actually means to me, like what you were saying there, you know. But it's loneliness and just I suppose a lack of intimacy that is another factor to what has led me to my personal hell. And then what goes along with that then is the fact that my complete inability to actually, I suppose, explain why is one of the biggest reasons that has led me here as well. But definitely one of the deepest videos I've ever done. If anyone who's listening, like, I'm not like saying that you're not, like, for any of my friends who are listening to me, like lifelong friends, people I've known for a long time, like, I'm not saying that you don't care. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm just saying, like, when someone says to me, "Hope you're better, bro," that means a lot to me. You know, that means a lot to me, regardless of their background, regardless of their age, regardless of who they are, regardless of how long I know them. When someone says that to me, I appreciate that. That goes straight to my heart, you know. So Galaxy Gaming, you have no idea how much that actually means to me, like what you said, you know. And that's all I wanted to kind of touch upon. Like, I mean, for anyone who's listening who knows me, you know, don't pick me up the wrong way, like, you know. I'm just saying, like, I tell you the truth, like, I don't want to hear that enough from people, you know. And it helps me when people say that, you know, when people care and say, you know, "Are you okay? Hope you're okay," you know. It means a lot. And I think that we need to talk more about depression and anxiety, because something I must do here that I can't figure out what it is again. I haven't played this demo in so long. So I think I've kind of ran out of things to say. Okay, this is not what I need to do, is it? Fluffy is hurt. Nora's in. Hello Jesse, the cutie. Thanks for watching this very deep video, where I'm just completely open and exposed, and my personal life is just completely out there, and I have no problem with that. But it's going to be a very deep video. Jesse, I don't quite understand what you're saying, but Galaxy Gaming, sound as a pound as always, and you have no idea how much that means to me and how much I actually appreciate that. Absolutely sound as a pound, man. And I'm sorry if the video was just too deep. I know it's not what you're used to from Galaxy Gaming, but every now and again I just use YouTube to kind of to open up a bit more about my personal life. So yeah, it was a bit deep, but I appreciate everything you've said there. And as I said, like, you have no, like, when I hear someone saying that to me, regardless of how long I've known them, regardless of their background, regardless of their age, whatever the case might be, like, it means a lot to me. So nice one for that. So I hopefully I'll pop on Fortnite and give you a game if my head is in the right place. Thanks so much, man. It really means a lot. It really does, man. You're glad you found this. Jesse the cutie, I don't quite understand. Thanks for watching, by the way. I don't understand. Oh, everything is going bad for you, is it? Oh, right, sorry, I just had to kind of read that. So, sorry, no, I just kind of have to take a kind of step back here and kind of read, sorry. So things are going bad for you. Is that what it is, Jesse the cutie? Just to be clear. Just to be clear. Well, hopefully I can kind of like. Hopefully this video will help other people who might be going through the same things that I'm going through. Oh, I keep forgetting what I need to do. I know that it involves some painting around here somewhere. But yeah, this is like this experience here. Yeah, the rain is bad. The rain. I don't know if I can't tell if you're trolling me or if you're being serious. I really can't. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be offensive, but I just genuinely can't tell if you're being serious right now. But I suppose the rain is a bad thing for many reasons. If you're planning on going to the beach, you know, and it starts to rain, I suppose that is a bad thing. If you're planning on leaving the house and it rains, the rain is bad. I don't know if you're trolling me or if you're being serious now, Jesse the cutie, but rain is bad. But I live in Ireland, so it's kind of a thing where you just have to kind of get used to the rain, but we never really do get used to the rain, that's the thing. What am I supposed to be doing? I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing right now. Yeah, the reason I chose DC rain is heavy. Really, how heavy is it? Is it that kind of rain like where you just step out of your house and you're just completely drenched, completely soaked? Yeah, so the reason I chose this game, PT, Playable Teaser, for the cancelled project that was going to be Silent Hills, Needless. Oh, Needless. Sorry, I'm reading comments completely wrong, sorry. So it's the needless kind of rain. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta spell out hell. This is it was actually PT. It was actually PT that actually made me realise that Silent Hill is actually hell. It was actually playing this playable teaser of Silent Hills, PT, that really made me look at Silent Hill and say, "Whoa, this actually represents hell." Because I made a lot of connections. Like, you listen to the radio and you hear about how a father has killed his entire family, and you start realising, damn, like the character has ended up in hell. No, you're okay. You're okay, man. Listen, thanks for checking out the video. I hope it wasn't too deep. I didn't kind of say, "Oh my God, I regret watching that video." So yeah, I just hope that it didn't completely bore you or anything like that. And again, thanks very much for checking out this video. Really, really appreciate it. I'm completely lost. This is so like, how my anxiety feels, just trapped and lost and anxious and uncomfortable, and it's crazy. Oh God. Okay, well, I set out what I wanted to. I set out. What am I going to say? I achieved what I set out to do, really. I'm glad of that. What am I supposed to do? That crying baby is just really head-wrecking right now. See, it's been so long since I played it, so I don't quite know what am I supposed to be doing. I think it has something to do with looking through a hole in the wall. And before your mind gets dirty, grow up. Grow up, okay? because it actually involves a toilet as well, so just scroll up, please. It's basically, I have to look through this hole here, but it doesn't seem to want to work. But it's from the other side though, so it has to be one of these paintings, no? Oh my god, that baby. That's not the hole I'm looking for, is it? Oh, come on. Oh my god! Step back. I'm telling you, step back. Okay, I'm getting goosebumps now. It's the first time I've actually been scared. Well, not the first time being scared playing this, just the first time being played now. Scared. What's that? I'm scared. Oh god, help us out. I've gotten an E anyway. So I just want to touch again on just the concept of Silent Hill. I really get the impression that, you know, that the developers of Silent Hill really view it as a personal hell. They really view Silent Hill as a personal hell. You know, a personal hell that somebody is going through, or a personal hell that somebody may have caused. As I was saying, like, I mean, like if you look through like some of the characters, like I was talking about Silent Hill Shattered Memories a while ago. In that game, this girl, her father died in a car accident years ago, and she couldn't quite process the pain of you know, losing her father in such a, you know, sinister and tragic way. So that pain and suffering resulted in her creating a Silent Hill. But it could have, so that's what led this girl to Silent Hill. Another then was this game here, like, which would have become Silent Hills. Like, I'm pretty sure you play as a father who has, for whatever reason, I don't know, but father who has killed his entire family, and he's trapped in this personal hell, this Silent Hill. I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Like, am I not looking through the whole right? Or, so weird. I know that there's some puzzle I need to do, so maybe it's to do with the puzzle. Just try to remember which is which now. So. Yeah, I got it. What the hell? That has never happened before. That weird laughing has never happened before. What the hell? I'm fucking scared now, to tell you the truth. Oh god. Pretty disturbing. But yeah, Silent Hill has always been known as a disturbing game, but it's kind of like the why it's disturbing has kind of fascinated me, because I just think this disturbing theme to Silent Hill and the demonic creatures that inhabit Silent Hill is what interests me. I sound like some kind of like I sound like some mental case here, but bear with me. Well, I am a mental case because I do suffer from depression and anxiety, so, you know, not exactly lying, am I? But I just feel like the sinisterness of it, the disturbing aspect of it, it just represents what somebody is going through in their life, or what they've done in their life. So if somebody has done so wrong, caused such sinister wrongdoings in their life, I feel that the heaviness of their guilt, of their not their suffering, but I suppose self-suffering for what they've done, I feel that's their Silent Hill. The monsters represent what they've done, and that's what leads them to Silent Hill. Whereas if somebody has experienced the personal hell, it has experienced the hurt, you know, that leads them to the unresolved pain they have, leads them to their Silent Hill. Now I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. Again, there's definitely something to do with the options. I know that much. I just forget what it actually is that I'm supposed to be doing with the options. There is something I'm supposed to be doing. And so, oh no, wait a second. Maybe I need to press options again. No. There was something. I just don't know what it was. Am I thinking of the right game? Man, I actually don't know. Oh god, this has been an interesting episode of Green Hub Gaming. Well, it's not really an episode of Green Hub Gaming, is it? Technically speaking. It's not, actually, so... Yeah, I'm going to be doing this more often. Well, I don't know what else I can add to my depression and anxiety. This is more of a kind of a sinister look into my depression and anxiety, you know, making references to Silent Hill. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm kind of... Well, I am a huge gamer, like, and I do make references to, you know, video games in my life. But I think a lot of people do that in their life anyway. Like, they make references to, oh, my life is like a movie, my life is like a song, you know. They can... Yeah! Exactly. I know people who connect to songs, you know, who say this song, what's the word, describes me, or this movie describes me. Well, why the fuck shouldn't I be able to say this video game describes me? I'm not saying that Silent Hill describes me by any means, but just the concept of self-suffering, a personal hell, just best fits my anxiety, my depression. I know there's something down here, I just don't know what the fuck. How do I crouch? Can you even crouch in this game? You can crouch. Okay. You can't crouch. I have no idea what to do. I might end this video shortly, actually, in the next 10 minutes or so. I wonder, can I actually finally do that? You know what I normally say I'm going to end the video in 10 minutes, and before you know it, it's like 20 minutes. So it's 37 minutes past 8 now. So this video will be finished by 47 minutes. Watch. Promise you. So, yeah, it's not, I'm not particularly, like, annoyed or anything. Oh, what the hell? Oh, this is the part where everything goes speed. One of the most strangest moments of the game, to be honest with you. I really thought something was going seriously wrong. So I think this is what I need to do now, possibly. No, I think I need to keep running and so it's like this relentless kind of repetition you know, being trapped. Like, you can even see there's no door here, like. We notice that the door's gone. So I'm just completely and utterly trapped. So that's what the game is trying to show us right now, that the character is trapped. And that's why I make connections to my depression and anxiety with being trapped in a place like Silent Hill. That's how it feels for me, you know. I don't know if making this video was a good thing or a bad thing, but look, I've done it. I wanted to do it, and I got, like, I've achieved what I set out to achieve. So I suppose it was a success. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily feel better as a result of doing it, but it's just, oh my god, what have I done? Oh lads, I just realised that I just look, sorry, Darren McCarthy Vlogs, I don't know if you're still watching it, but I actually didn't respond to your message, my apologies for that. Sorry I wasn't here for a while. You're grand, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to be like one of those like PewDiePie YouTubers who are like, oh, you're not a real subscriber, you have to watch all of my videos. Don't worry about that, kid. Don't worry about that. I'm as laid back as a fucking lazy cat on the couch. I'm as laid back. Don't worry about that, honest to God. You can drop in and drop out of my YouTube channel as freely as you like. I cherish all of my subscribers, so I'm just happy to have you as a subscriber. Happy to have you checking out my videos every now and again. Don't worry at all about that. Okay, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? I know that it has something to do with looking through one of those picture frames. I know that. Maybe it's just too dark. Maybe I need to increase the... I get a bit tired now, to tell you the truth. Okay, maybe it's a bit too bright now, it says it. What the hell do I... So no, I've had my PS4 for like 3 years, and I still get mixed up with the option and share button. What is that like? How do I still do that? You know, but it's so funny. The way the PT demo is still, like, you can still play it, but you obviously can't download it anymore because it's been removed for obvious reasons. Konami. But would it be so funny, like, if the developers updated it, like, without anyone knowing? Like, as somebody like myself goes back and plays it, expecting the same things to happen, and then there's like this jump scare, like, it just comes over and over, like, that would just be hilarious. What the hell do I do, like? I know there's like a hole somewhere, like, if you look into, like, and it just activates some sort of a cutscene. I know that, like, I fucking know it, like. I'm just trying to remember where the hell it is. It's hardly here, like, cause it's. I know, like, it's the hole that's coming from this part here, like. So it's basically like, how stupid can I be, like? like it's basically the opposite side of that fucking hole, which is basically has to be here. It has to be one of those paintings. Where? Oh, I think them. Oh, wait a second. I know what happens. I have to keep going, don't I? Eventually, that picture falls off. But like, there's no fucking door. So, how long do I have to do this before that picture falls off the wall? Because I know that it falls off the wall eventually. It's going back to me now. It falls off the wall at some stage. Just takes its freaking time to fall off. Oh, did they say 47? Oops. No, it's still 43. I'm going to honour my commitment to end the video in 10 minutes. So I'm going to have to make a routine of that, because I do have a habit of letting my videos go on and on and on. A bit like this scene here. But look, as I end the video, like I made this video because I wanted to continue to be more open and free about my personal life and discuss to my viewers some of the things that I go through in life and deal with. And I do suffer from anxiety and depression, and this is like a part 2 to a video I made a couple of months back where I discussed my depression and anxiety. So I wanted to continue discussing it. And specifically in this video, like I wanted to make a connection to what I believe to be Silent Hill, the concept of Silent Hill for me, and connecting that to my depression and my anxiety. I feel that Silent Hill is your personal hell, and I feel you end up in there because of just things you do in life. You know, like if you cause pain to somebody, or if somebody causes pain to you, or if you're bottling up all these, you know, emotions and feelings, it's going to lead you to your personal hell. I believe that's where the characters from the video game series, that's how they ended up in their Silent Hills. And I believe that bad decision making and pain and feelings and a lack of love and just complete loneliness has brought me to my Silent Hill. Will I ever escape? Will I ever escape this continuous loop of hell? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I couldn't possibly tell you. I can only hope so. Maybe someday I will escape from Silent Hill. But until then, just want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched. But you know what, specifically Galaxy Gaming. I said it before and I say it again. Like, I don't care how long someone has known me. I don't care like what their background is. I don't care what their gender is, what their age is, whatever, whoever they are. When someone says something to me like, I hope you get better soon, and just nice and kind words to me, it really, really matters. So, you know, a big shout out to Galaxy Gaming, a big thank you to Galaxy Gaming. Songed out, man. Songed out. And to everybody else who watched, and just want to say again, like, you know, if you are going through depression and anxiety, maybe this will, you know, kind of make you kind of maybe you have some kind of a connection as well. But it's not all bad. And on that note, I think my next video where I open up and discuss my personal life and depression, I'm gonna talk about how it's not all bad. Like, you will eventually get out of your personal hell, or you'll at least make it your home in a comfortable way. But that's until next time. But before then, listen, thanks again for watching, you know, and goodbye.